Alright, today is May 31st, 2026. It is 7:31 a.m. So I just finished edit whatever I recorded yesterday. Right after I finished editing the first video of yesterday, went out, go see my mom, my mother-in-law. So we had a nice little discussion and get together. So I went over Twitter to see what's going on, what I can share with you. I find some stuff, but it's almost like repetitive. The same depressing type of things you're seeing. People divided in terms of politics and the news, lying to people. I went through some stuff about Harry and Meghan, and I hope, I don't know, it's informative. There's some stuff I need to do later today. There's a program, or I'm looking for a program that I could teach myself for something that I'm doing. So I'm probably gonna spend the rest of the day looking for a specific program, and then if I have to buy it, I'll buy it. But I need it for a work that I'm doing. I don't know which program it's out there. But anyway, that's a different story. Let's go on X. This is on the list, but it's further down. Let me follow my list. I don't even think I put it in the right order. Alright, so I saw this. I think someone tagged me on it. That's how I came about it. Alright. United by kindness, heart shining bright, standing together through day and night, with laughter and hope, their spirits stay strong, spreading compassion wherever they belong. Through every season, come what may, they lift each other up along the way. I thought that was nice. Let's look at it here. Sussex squad, kind hearts, loyal souls, stronger together. So that's Harry and Meghan, the squads. That's nice. I'm telling you, the squad are so talented. I would like to see who did this, the illustrator. Okay, so there's the heart. What about some of us and male Sussex squad? Were there any male? I don't know about this, but there's an earring. But then again, some guys wear earrings. That's true. I agree with that comment. They should make at least couple, 3 or 4 of them. There's the dog. Okay, I sort of agree with that. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to the next one. The squad are so talented in many different aspects of things. I remember when I used to read some, let me pause this, some documents from court, and I will read some tweets where some squaddies who are lawyers will explain certain things. You know, I rely on Google or ChatGPT nowadays to confirm certain things. So there were some squaddies who are lawyers will explain certain things within that particular tweet. And I think some of the court documents that I came across are squaddies who are lawyers who have access to whatever system that they have, and then they will put the things out. So congrats to many of the squaddies, smart squaddies. Alright, next week. Before Harry and Meghan married, she was well vetted by the palace, probably in hopes of finding something negative. They didn't. Did I put that twice? Okay, I might have put this twice. So if I come across it again, I'll just skip it. There's no comment. I hope there's no music.
When Harry went to his family in 2015 or 16 and said, hey, this is getting serious, and he spoke to his grandmother, the late Queen, they did a thorough background check on her. If you don't believe they vetted the hell out of Meghan Sussex, for a number of reasons.
Oh, look at her friend back there. Oh, I think this picture was, that's a different topic here. That was during the Bob Marley thing in Jamaica. I think so. But and back to the topic of this video about the vetting. Yes, they did. I'm not sure who gave that, how will I put it? Once Harry mentioned it to his family, I'm wondering if he mentioned it to his to the Queen first, and then someone in the palace know about it, and that's when the papers get involved, send the royal rights to the US to look into things about Meghan. And once they didn't find anything about Meghan, that's when they started trying to pay people to lie about her. Okay, remember her co-star, what's his name, Simon Rex Simon or something like that. I have that video where they brought that topic up with him in a interview. There it is.
know we can rely on you for being a great guy. So what an incredible friend you were to Meghan Markle is. Have you guys hung out at all since then?
No, we haven't spoken. She just wrote me a very nice thank you letter, and I framed it, and that was very nice of her to do. She just appreciated that I was honest, but it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone's like, it's such a big deal. I just did the right thing.
Right.
You know, it's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo, but it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. He told the truth. I think we should all be a little more honest.
Well, thank you for doing the right thing.
Okay, so they didn't find anything about her that they could use against her, but then they start lying about her. And then they were paying reporters as well to write pieces about her that weren't true.
About how the media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need to know.
and they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media,
You've heard the phrase
view.
cottage industry. This is a palace industry. Yeah.
And you know, these are the people sometimes where integrity come into play. The video that I have of that particular writer that I don't know her name, but I can't even see her face properly on the video because it was far away, where she was saying that the palace contacted her to lie about her and she didn't take it. Okay, this is where integrity come into play. Okay, at that time when we didn't know about it and the royal rats were making noise left and right and they were making money off of her, even though they still do. But if you want someone trusted about something, it's now people like these where back in the days where they could have easily take the money and write some nonsense about it, but they didn't do that. So these are people who will always stay in the face of history book that they have integrity. Okay, self-respect, and people will respect them for that. Unlike the others, their names is left and right, taking $70 to lie for nonsense before the Oprah interview they didn't even know about. Okay, so I'm moving it back slightly.
For a number of reasons. One, it's the royal family. Let's just start with that. And then we've got all the other reasons. She's not European. She was divorced. But so was Chucky and his wife. So that shouldn't have been an issue.
One thing with this video, there's a music in the back, but it's very low. People who does video with background music like that, this is the way they should do it. You could still hear the music because I'm still gonna have to put my music to interfere with the background music so YouTube don't catch. I don't know if it's copyrighted. Okay, so my music will be slightly higher. It's like between her background music and her voice. My sound, the music that I'm gonna put, is gonna have to be in between in terms of level. So there's some people who does that, and the music, it's so loud you could hardly hear what they're trying to say in the video. Anyway, I'm moving it back slightly. You know what? Yeah, I probably will play it again without me interrupting. I might interrupt it again.
And of course, her mother is black and phenotypically black. So if you think they didn't vet the fuck out of Meghan Sussex, you're out of your mind.
After they did all of their vetting, the one place they probably, well, maybe they did, but maybe they didn't think too much of it because they themselves have a lot of followers, but their followers don't produce much, is that her 3 million followers. That's the thing, because at the end of the day, it's the squad who counteract with the stupidity that was going on with the tabloid, okay, which become the Sussex squad. And keep in mind, I was not part of that. As a matter of fact, these groups were the one who informed me about certain things Meghan was doing before all of this. Okay, so let's continue. I'm gonna play it again, all right?
But when they vetted Meghan, they couldn't find anything. They hated this woman from the word go.
That's true. And as well, oh, it's finished. There's something about these people when you look at, for instance, one of the images that I'm thinking of is during the Queen's funeral, where Sophie was standing outside and Meghan was by herself. The kids were there. There's something within these people when they see a black person. It's like coming from the core. You don't know where it originates. There's a inner hate that is very deep. That is very, very deep, and it's scary. These people are monsters. There's a video I was thinking of doing today, and I don't think I'm gonna do it, where, with things that's going on, division everywhere, okay? It's not just the US, it's happening everywhere. The moment that I came across that video of Israel official coming to the US saying things about African American.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this, not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil.
Okay, it's like a green light to do their nonsense toward black people. It was happening, but to give the okay to get going. Because what I see is happening here globally, it's that darkness they want to put everywhere. But before that, I want to highlight different part of the world. Each of those countries, from Asia to Africa to the Caribbean, there's culture. There's something that you could see that interact with nature. They're vibrant. But these people, they're coming. I mean, there's some part in Europe that have their own cultures, but these group of monsters who want only their stupidity to cover the world, they're coming out of their dungeon. The reason I said the dungeon, because there's a video, I don't think I have it, where the military is hiding under the bunkers while Americans are doing their disasters for them, and they're going, countries that are weaker. They're just throwing bombs at those other countries, but they're sending America to deal with Iran, and their military people are hiding under bunkers. So they're waiting until the rest of the world, after the division, we kill each other, we destroy each other, and then they're gonna come out and take over. So those who are white, who probably are not as racist as them, but there's still a little hanger of racism within them, they're gonna be ruled by these monsters who's hiding under their bunkers. Okay, they want to deal with the weaker one. When I look at certain videos that popping out, white American, they don't know what to do. They in disarray, they scared. What is happening with African American? Why African American is not doing this and that, Okay, these people, okay, those white people who's complaining and they're not doing anything. Once everything is said and done, after every culture is erased, okay, and then they're gonna package it in a in a nice shiny object, and they're gonna claim it's theirs. They're gonna be ruled by these people who's hiding under their bunkers, and then for them to dance for them. Okay, white people, who the weaker one, who's not doing anything about it right now, who think that they will be part of them. They don't care about you. So there's a video I sort of want to make about different cultures, the things that they celebrate that make things vibrant and happy and things like that. And these are the things these people want to erase. When you look at their side of things, it's just miserable, darkness. pain, suffering. This is what they want to normalize. Anyway, I went off. That's a topic I want to do. Hopefully, definitely not today, because I want to focus on something else. And this video, I may not even edit it today. I'm going to play this clip again because I interrupted in between. Hopefully, I have nothing else to say. I'm going to let it play completely.
When Harry went to his family in 2015 or 16 and said, hey, this is getting serious, and he spoke to his grandmother, the late Queen, they did a thorough background check on her. If you don't believe they vetted the hell out of Meghan Sussex, for a number of reasons. One, it's the royal family. Let's just start with that. And then we've got all the other reasons. She's not European. She was divorced. But so was Chucky and his wife. So that shouldn't have been an issue. And of course, her mother is black and phenotypically black. So if you think they didn't vet the fuck out of Meghan Sussex, you're out of your mind. But when they vetted Meghan, they couldn't find anything. They hated this woman from the word go.
Okay, even if Harry had married someone else, they will still go at it. Let's say if it's a white person, they will still go at it. But the thing is that the woman will not be as strong as Meghan is. Let's remove the racism. If it's white, they won't use the racist card on that person, but they will still go after her because the way they use Harry, they expected the wife to be in that same category as well. Okay? They would want to control it and be submissive to their stupidity. Look what they did to Catherine. Okay? If Harry then marry Meghan, what they're doing to Meghan is, well, they started doing that. No, they're elevating her even though she's showing stupidity. I would say that the woman, if it's a white woman had married Harry, they will still do that, but they will try to put Harry and his wife in a category where they will be submissive. Now, will the woman be as strong as Meghan to sustain this kind of verbal, mental, all sort of abuse and still support Harry? I don't think so. Even myself, I'll be like, is it worth it to go through all of that? But the thing is that Meghan is a strong woman and she knew she was something before she married Harry. Anyway, this is the next tweet. I'm wondering why the squad are talking about this. Maybe the royal rats were saying some nonsense, but whatever. Okay. And they wanted us to believe that Prince Harry and Meghan simply fleeing the toxic family was, quote, the worst thing that befell the monarchy, end quote. While that family was doing backflips covering the actual worst thing to befell the monarchy, the Prince Andrew scandal and its cover-up. Is that a video? No, that's just an image. Okay, if Harry and Meghan had stayed, they will be doing all the work as William and Catherine or lazy bum. Exactly. And we need to keep that in mind. It's William who kicked Harry out because he felt like Harry was taking the spotlight, in my humble opinion. And then as Harry and Meghan left, the spotlight followed them. Harry's not asking them to follow, for the spotlight to follow him. They're doing their thing. Many times is the squad who follow different people from different platforms, who come across certain things that certain people posted, and then the squad will bring it on X and say, oh, Harry was doing this, Harry was doing that. Harry's not on social media. Okay? So it's the people who Harry gave the okay, they could take picture of them, and then the people who took the pictures, decided to share it on social media, and then squaddies who followed whoever it was and come across the pictures and say, oh, there's Harry, he was doing this certain time, this at certain place. It's not Harry who's telling them to come and take pictures. And then Meghan has her business, and she posts what she wants, her personal account and her business account. And then we see what we see based on her personal account. And she keep her business as business. Anyway, let's continue. So Harry, so happy that they left those losers. Okay, so happy that they left those losers. Otherwise, they will have found a way to blame Meghan as well. Those people are the worst. That's the heart here. Different strokes for different folks. There's more comment. Let's move on. Okay, this is the part I think, but it has a different link. That might be the same. Oh no, is it the same? Okay. Oh, that's a retweet that's responding to that video that I played twice. Yes, they vetted her once. They vetted her twice to see if she was naughty or nice, but found that Meghan Markle was exceptionally nice. Even from her college days, they couldn't find anything to use against her. Oh, HRH, Princess Meghan since then was royal. Let's see here.
When Harry went to his family.
Okay, I'm not gonna play it again because I played twice. Okay, so that's the one. It's just somebody retweeted because she closed her comment. So there's about 17 retweets of it. Alright, let's go to the next one. I came across one of the 17 retweets. Alright, so there's that. They also closed the comment here. The Duchess of Sussex, Miss Invictus. That's during the Invictus, I think Netherlands. Someone took these pictures and Harry was on stage. I guess Harry was practicing his speech. It's similar to the one in Australia. I'll show you. I think I have that picture. Like this one. No comments. Let's move on. Maybe this video I'll put it on PYTE. Alright, so there's that. It breaks their hearts to see these images because it reminds them that for the first time the spare has taken over the air, both in love and social impact. And I'm just reposting to twist the knife. I think I shared this in one of the videos already. So the squad wants to get the Rangers more upset because of Harry and Meghan's love. There's no comment, okay? I can't see the comment. It says 8, but I can't see it. Next tweet. Alright, let's pause this. Prince Harry and Meghan, two real humanitarians freed by a higher power to be of real service to the world. Some call that higher power a broken printer. I explained the broken printer once in one of the videos I did not too long ago. So let's listen to Meghan's speech.
Will we look back at this moment as one where through collective action, the design of technology shifted towards safety, dignity, and well-being? Or will we accept more names being added to memorials like this? Because if an adult is barely able to survive the bullying and predation of the online world and the dangers that these platforms bring, how is a child? Let this not only be a moment to reflect, as Dr. Tedros said, let it be a mandate for action. So speak up. Demand better from the platforms shaping our children's
lives. I wanted to go back. Let me go back. This part, like around here.
Child.
Like right here.
How is a child?
Let me move it back.
To survive the bullying and predation of the online world and the dangers that these platforms bring? How is a child?
Okay, that part.
Lives.
She was pretty much making a reference of herself. Okay, if, you know, the thing that those tabloid got her, you know, be almost committing, you know, unalive herself, if she can even handle it, how could a child, you know, be able to handle it? I think that was the part where she was making reference of herself without mentioning it.
Right? And like that night, to be up and down in the middle of the night, looking down my hallway, like, are we safe? Are the doors locked? Is security on? Is everything? That's real. Are my babies safe? And you've created it for what? Because you're bored, or because it sells your papers? Or it makes you feel better about your own life? It's real what you're doing. And that's the piece I don't think people fully understand.
Alright, so this is Harry's part, and then I'll go to the next tweet after that.
Let's start off by talking about Halo Trust. I saw you in Angola when you retraced your mother's footsteps. In your speech yesterday, you reflected some of her words. You said, I'm not a politician, I'm a humanitarian, and in your case, a soldier. I mean, this charity and what it's doing here, it just means so much to you. You have such a connection to it because of your mother and 1997.
Yes, I mean, what Halo Trust is doing is absolutely incredible work. The vast majority of the work that's being done is from legacies decades ago, conflicts that began and still are continuing to some extent, but the cleanup process is so long. So the legacy of conflict is a huge thing which Halo has to deal with, and trying to find the funding to be able to do that in parts of the world that there is no conflict, but the mess is left behind. And here we are now in Ukraine, where Halo is obviously being deployed in this newest of conflicts. And it's sad. It's very, very sad because, nearly 30 years ago since my mother was in Angola, here we are again in a new conflict, knowing full well that the cleanup of this, separately from the loss of life and the scars on the land, on the communities, on the people, the cleanup that is going to be needed here is going to be well into the next 2, 3, maybe even 4 decades. So yeah, it's sad, it's depressing, but thank God for Halo Trust and for all the people and the donors, specifically calling out Hal Buffett and the huge amount of funds that he's given to Halo Trust. So yeah, it's the world mobilizes and good people come together to try to fix some of these problems.
Alright, so let's go to the next tweet.
Let's start by talking about Halo Trust.
It's playing over. Next tweet, there's that. Okay, from this point on, I might start a new video, and it might be on on PYTE, no, on Team Sussex.